Hey honey, no, don't worry, don't worry. Listen to me. If you wanna go, I will go with you, I promise. Okay, bye bye. Damn it, now I have to go.
Hello, my beautiful, beautiful people. I'm Zeca Salgueiro and I'll be your English teacher. Today, we're going to talk about conditionals. Hey, if! Yeah, but for now, just the first conditional. What is it? What is it for? Let's find out, shall we? First conditional. Remember me talking on the phone with my wife? I said to her, if you want to go, I will go with you. I promise. Question. The first conditional describes a probable possibility in the future or an improbable possibility. Probable possibility, of course. By the way, if I don't go with my wife, she'll kill me, believe me. So, you just learned that the first conditional describes a probable possibility. And we're talking about the future, right? Now, the structure. People, don't forget that every conditional sentence has two clauses, if clause and result clause. Today, we're talking about first conditional, so in the if clause, we'll have if plus subject, you, plus verb in the present simple, want, plus a complement, if there's any. And the result clause will have subject, I, plus will, plus the verb in the base form. Don't forget, after any modal, the verb comes in the base form. Plus a complement, if there's any. Again, one thing is very important to say. If you start writing with the if clause, you must use a comma before the beginning of the result clause, right before the subject of the result clause, okay? And you might be thinking, hey, but Zeca, the if clause has the same structure both first conditional and zero conditional. Bingo! Yes, you're right. If clause, both first conditional and zero conditional has the structure of if plus subject plus verb in present simple and plus a complement if there's any. Beautiful. Now you might be asking yourself one more time, okay, first conditional, got it, structure, okay, easy, but where can I use it? All right, let's take a look on Bon Jovi's song, the same song, but this time it brings an example of the first conditional, okay? And it's me singing again. And sorry about that, again.
If you go now, I'll understand. You wanna make a memory.
I'm not sure if the girls wants to make a memory because, right? If you go now, I'll understand. Go. Just go away from me. All right. You can start a sentence either with the if clause or the result clause. Just drop the comma. Okay? And this rule goes for, again, every conditional sentence. Take a look. If you go now, comma, I'll understand. But if I start with I understand, if you go, right? No comma. If you go, comma, I'll understand if you go, no comma, right? So far so good? Moving on. Okay, like zero conditional, we don't need to use just if to make a conditional sentence, right? We can use when and unless. The only difference is when I use when, I don't have to change anything else in the sentence, okay? Right? But on the other hand, if I use unless, most of times we have to make a change in order to keep the same meaning. Let's see some examples. For example, if you go, I'll understand. When you go, I'll understand. I don't have to change anything else in the sentence. But if I say unless you go, I have to say I won't understand. So you have the same meaning. Try to remember unless like something as if not. For example, If you go, I'll understand. If you not go, I will not or I won't understand. Got it? Cool? Can I go? Let's go. Okay, let's take a look at some more examples of future forms. Will and going to. Because first conditional is about a probability, right? Probable possibility in the future. So I can use either will or going to. Come on.
You have a fragile human mind. If you push against me, it will break.
If you push against me, it will break. Here, the machine uses future simple, will, because you know that we use will to talk about promises or predictions. And in this case, I don't know if the machine is making, a promise that I will break you, whatever. Next.
And if you push too hard, you're going to be a man who never gets to see 40.
And if you push too hard, you're going to be a man who never gets to see 40. Here, the guy uses the future with going to because we use going to talk about the plan or some future events based on present evidence. In this movie, the men are threatening themselves. That's why, something that can be possible in the future based on present evidence. They want to kill each other, right? The Rock. I love this guy. Moving on. And let's practice. Woo! As I always say, practice leads to perfection. Again, we need to practice all the time. Got it? Let's do some exercises. Come on. Okay, guys, exercise. Let's work with structure. Name each part of both clauses, if clause and result clause. Pause the video for a moment and try to do the exercise. Good, that's it. So on the first sentence, we have if plus subject plus verb in present simple, and we have a complement. Cool. And in the result clause, we have subject, will, and the verb on base form. Okay? And on the second sentence, we have subject plus will plus verb on base form. And if clause, if plus subject plus verb in present simple plus complement. Yeah, baby! Next, judging by the structure, classify the sentences below. If you go now, I'll understand is an example of... You got it, right? Again, pause the video for a moment and try to do the exercise. Yeah, we have. If you go now, I'll understand is an example of first conditional, and if you stay, I've got a plan is zero conditional. Beautiful! Next! Okay, now let's focus on the meaning. Replace if for unless and when. Attention to the meaning, alright? Take a look. Pause the video, try to do the exercise, and come back with me. If you need to check something, go back on the video a little bit, check it, and come back. Okay, if you go, I'll understand. When you go, I'll understand. Perfect, I don't have to make any other changes. Second sentence, if you go now, I'll understand. Unless you go now, I won't understand. Perfect, amazing. Let's go for the last one. Ok, vestibular now. Federal Santa Catarina. Choose the grammatically correct preposition to complete the blanks in the following sentence. One more time. Pause the video and answer the question. Yeah, take a look. He learns, right? Present simple. The basic of computers. He will become a better student. Because letter A, if he learns, he become, no. If he learning, will, no. If he will learning, impossible. Letter D, if he learns, will become, will learn, blah, blah, blah. The correct answer is letter D, learns and will become. Beautiful! Okay, people, this is the end of today's lesson. Thank you very much for being here with me. Hey, don't forget to check all the conditional lessons. We have 5 lessons on conditionals, okay? Go check it out, all of them. It's very important for you. All right? I'm Zeca Salgueiro. See you next time.